Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending today. I'm going to talk about our new servicing platform. Yeah, if I can see myself, that's easier. Where can I see myself here? I apologize. This is my first one of these, so I'm having help today.
You could drag that to the other screen if you wanted to be able to see yourself, like the, sorry, not that. Drag your, remember that video of yourself?
Yeah, where was that?
She gone.
Okay, that's probably easier if I can do that. So today I'm going to talk about Sagent, which is our new servicing platform. We've been working on moving to Sagent for about 1.5 years now, and our go live is Monday, August 28th. So it's been a long road to get to this point, but we're really excited about what's ahead of us. And we're even more excited about what we can offer to your members and to you as our partners going forward, because there's going to be a lot of different things that you're going to be able to do that you could not do before. Before I move ahead, I want to say a couple of things. What I'm going to show you today is not a training. It's kind of a high level overview of what you will see in the future. We will offer training on the website once you have been given access, and we're going to end up rolling out this access in chunks, with the first partners being given access will be those who have portfolio loans and will need to review reports on a monthly basis. So we will get to you. We promise we'll probably have it all rolled out. I'm hoping by end of October, everybody will have access and you'll be able to view this. Also, my second thing I'd like to say is, because we are going live right at month end, I just would like to, we've done our very best to build everything and have everything in place. I cannot guarantee there are not going to be bugs and bumps in the road. And as we roll out month end, it's possible your month end reporting could have a slight delay and or look a little differently. I just ask that you have patience with us as we work our way through it. You can email me directly if you have questions on what you're seeing, etc. And hopefully we can all work through it together and get past this month end, with the next month end being a little cleaner. So that being said, I'm going to introduce you to two things today. Sagent has what's called Care and Care Enterprise. Care is going to be the member-facing online portal that they'll be able to use. Care Enterprise is the member or the partner-facing unit that you'll be going into. And what's great about this is you'll have online real-time access to all of your loans. Now, what that means is you don't have to have portfolio loans with us that we service. These can be loans that you have originated and sold to Servion, and it's been moved, sold on the secondary market. But if you have a member come in through the door who needs help with their mortgage, you'll be able to access their loan real time and help them out with any questions that they have. So first I'm going to show you, here's our landing page. This is going to be a login to Care Enterprise. So this is partner facing, and this is what you will see, and we'll give you training on this. So once you've determined, we'll send out an email and ask everybody, who do you want in your on your team? Who do you want to be admins, and who do you want to have access to this? Most importantly is going to be admins. As an admin, you'll have access to this screen right here. You'll be able to set up users through this screen. And also there's, you can see here, it's brandable. So if you want to set it up with your own colors and logos, you're welcome to do so. And there's some other templates in here. We have a site admin with reporting and whatnot. Now you may not have as many access as what I have, but I just wanted to show you this, that this is what it will look like on your landing page. In here, you'll have different URLs and also environments. This one, if what you saw me just click on is one that's set up for us, obviously as a test environment. But when you would set up, or when you would click on yours, you would see this. Now you can see over here, we have an entity ID or entity range. So what we'll do is we'll determine your investor number, and then we will also point your access to an entity. And by an entity, that means if we can point it to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, we can point it to Ginnie Mae, and then also if you have port loans, we'll point it to your port loan as well. So you can set up users through here, etc. So once you have your users set up, they'll be able to what's called impersonate members that come through the door. So I'm going to walk you through that. Again, there'll be a training on this portion, but I don't want to get too far down that rabbit hole right now. What's more exciting for me is to show you what this can do. So once you have your users set up, they'll get credentials. Am I on mute or are you on mute? Oh, users will get credentials. They'll create a login, much like you would with most accounts. So this is just a quick snapshot of my PowerPoint. So they'll get an activate account, they'll create a username and password, and then they'll be able to log into this admin piece as well. Once they are in, they're going to click on this impersonate button. And what that means is they're going to impersonate a member. So a member comes through the door, has a question about their mortgage, they go to impersonate, and they land on this page. So a customer can, you can look up an account number if they have it, a social, or even by street address, whatever the customer has or is willing to give you. So let's just do Elm Street. This account number here, the account number is the last 4 digits of their account number. So, you know, it may not look the same. So you'll verify by address, whatever it may be. And we're going to bring it up. So here's what you will see. One thing to know is that this mirrors exactly what the members see when they log in online. So you're looking at exactly what they have when they're online looking at their loan. I should preface that with one exception is this top banner here. This just provides you with a little bit more information. You're the investor, whatever it may be, which isn't necessary for them. But so as you can see, here's the new landing page. It tells you pretty much everything you need to know about the loan. They're on auto pay, when their next due is, how much their payment is, balance, original balance, their term. So you've got a lot of information on this this screen, and pretty much you can tell them anything that they want to know about their loan. So quick snapshot of that. The next tab is payment history. If they, you can view any history that's down here. I'm gonna bring up, I knew this was gonna happen. I'm gonna bring up another loan number because I wanna make sure you guys get a good view of everything. Give me 1 second. I apologize. Okay. So again, we go to payment history. Down here, you'll be able to see their history. If they ask, when was my last payment received? You can have a drop down. It gives you a breakdown of each payment, how much went to what, and if there's escrow, there would be escrow on that as well. So all of this would be available to you. There's also a downloadable history that lets you download it. It puts it into an Excel and you can print it for the customer if they want a history. Here's a really good thing. You're able to make a payment for the customer. So they're at the teller line, they want to make a mortgage payment. You can do that for them. You can set this up right here. You can make their payment for them. And this talks to loan level in Sagent, which goes right into our servicing system. So whatever you do here, we can see in servicing, which is going to be great because you don't have to transfer any money. You don't have to collect a check from them or anything like that or do a transfer. It'll send a file to our payment processing and they'll pull it just like a normal ACH. So you don't have to do anything other than schedule this for them. You can choose additional principal, future payment if they want to make their October. You can schedule it for a certain date. And then here's where you would add their checking account and or savings, however they want to make that payment. Now, this particular loan is already on automatic, so you're getting limited view of the payments. So I just want to show you for this one, it's on auto pay, so they're just reminding you. But if you want to modify the auto pay, you have certain options that you can do. Now, I know everybody's going to be really excited about this because you can set up customers to be monthly, twice a month, bi-weekly, weekly. It's all managed through our new servicing platform. So if we get 4 weekly payments, it goes into a suspense account and then our new system will sweep that account once a contractual payment is out there and make that next payment. So this option is on the member site also, but also there for you to offer to whomever is in your branch or in your credit union asking for it. So excited about that part. I'm sure the members are going to really love that too because it'll help with budgeting. The next tab is profile settings. So if a customer comes in, they want to change their address, they want to change their email or change or update their phone number, you can do all of that from here. Again, once you update this, it feeds into our servicing at the loan level. So all the changes will be made that we can see as well. There's preferences. I will tell you there's a lot more that's going to be built into this. Currently, there's kind of just a shell of what we can offer. This happens to say about emails and phone numbers. There'll be preferences that can be, do you want to receive notifications via text? Do you want to receive them via email only? So those will be added a little bit later once we continue to build that. On the
You're gonna ask questions at the end. Or
answer? Oh, I don't know. Are they coming in?
There's just one coming.
Sure.
Other than that.
Okay, the question was if they're biweekly or weekly or set up that way of making payments, will the customers see the balance change? No, they will not. So they're remaining in a suspense account. And the reason why we have to do that is, for example, with a Fannie loan, we cannot remit to them anything but a full contractual payment. So we can't remit partial payments, nor would we remit partial payments to you if the loan was in your portfolio. So money's held until a contractual payment is received, then it'll be applied to the loan. So it's important that if you are helping them set those up, that you're doing it in advance, because we don't want them to set up 4 payments for contractual payment to be at the end of the month, because they'll be subject to a late fee. So we're gonna have to coach them on that if you're setting up weekly, bi-weekly, or weekly, or bi-monthly, bi-weekly, you need to do that in advance so you don't suffer any lates or credit reporting. I hope that answered it. Since payment, can you stretch that one out?
There we go.
What happens if the funds are not in the account? Okay, so if you are taking the funds, if we are taking the funds ACH, what happens if the funds are not in the account? Just like if they're set up on automatic withdrawal right now, if we attempt to take a draft and the funds aren't there, it'll be returned to NSF and then fees would be assessed accordingly. So it would work just like a regular automatic withdrawal. Right, so the bi-weekly program, or the bi-weekly, weekly, whatnot, it is not a true bi-weekly program. It's strictly for budgeting. It does not save that 13th payment every year and put it towards principal. We don't manage that for them. If they're looking to pay their loan off sooner, they'll have to manage that piece on their own, either through an outside company who does a scheduler or a bi-weekly program for them, or they can make an additional payment every year, which has the same exact savings. But no, you're correct, it's for budgeting only and not to reduce the interest paid. Can we change the weekly payment, or is it only the default? No, it's only the default amount. So it's going to take that payment divided by 4, and that's the amount that, so what's set up here is what is offered. So there's no editing this amount. Okay. All right. We were on make a request. So through this, if somebody comes in, and this will help you to, and I wanna say too, we didn't build this system and we don't expect you guys to do our work for us. We're still the servicer. This is just a convenience for you and your staff and your members, but we're not asking you to service the loan and set up payments and answer all the customers' questions. So whenever there is something that's a little more in depth, please, please, please pass those off to us. If they have escrow questions, make sure that you're sending those to us, because we are still the servicer and want to take care of your members. This right here is something that you will have access to, they will have access to. We're still building it as well, but this might be good for if you have loan officers. Sometimes they want a verification of mortgage. They could go in here and request from here, or a payoff. Also with loan officers, they'd be able to see histories and balances, which would eliminate the need for them to have to call us and ask for those things. So all of that would be here for them. So members who walk through the door, maybe they're having a hardship, you can start the hardship request for them. You can look at their status for them. Eventually, we're going to add PMI removal to this, and a couple other things that's going to give them more capabilities. Again, this all feeds into servicing, feeds right into the servicing, right at the loan level. So if we build, or when we build the PMI removal, if they request for it, it'll shoot us a request. We'll start the process as far as ordering the appraisal, et cetera, and send them out the information. So all of that can start right here. And I think they'll appreciate, especially the hardship one. Sometimes people don't like to talk to somebody and tell them their problems. So they can do that all right here, which is kind of cool. Mortgage calculator. this lets them run amortizations for themselves. So they want to do an additional monthly principal payment of $300 and calculate it, lets them show or lets them see when they'll pay off, their interest savings. Down here is actual amortization schedule that they can download and print and keep for their records as well. So this is kind of a cool feature because we do get a lot of calls like that and asking, you know, when would I pay off if I made this much? When would I pay off if I made that much? So now they have that capability to do it themselves, and you have the capability to do that for them as well. Can we make changes for insurance? So I'll get to that. So the question was, can we make payments or can we make changes for insurance, and what if they switch companies? So I'll skip ahead. Well, let me just, I'm going to follow here. So it's customer support. This is just another snapshot of more information on the loan. You do have these question marks or these information. If you click on those, it's going to give you a little bit more information about the payment breakdown, etc. If they had escrow, you would click on here and it would give you escrow information, payment history, uncollected amounts. So that's more informational. So as far as making insurance changes, you cannot make insurance changes, but you are able to see who their insurance is with, and it gives you their policy number, etc., which I think they'll appreciate because some people don't know because if they're escrowed, they honestly don't even know who their insurance is with. This will help you too, if loan officers, if you're putting together an estimate or whatnot, you'll have this here as well. Memos, you will be able to see with our discretion, memos that are directly on the member's loan will be reflected here. Some internal stuff will not be, obviously that isn't necessary to see, but if there's pertinent information, you'll be able to view that here and have a little insight of what's been going on with the loan so that you can maybe answer questions more completely. The cool thing about this too is you also have the ability to let us know what happened. So if you say member came in, requested to make payment, whatever, payment, completed payment, and you add that memo, bam, that goes right to the loan level in the servicing area, and we'll be able to see that as well. It'll also tell us where it came from. So your username will be there. So if we do have any questions or we don't understand what you've written, we'll be able to find out who did it and contact you if we have more questions. Okay. Also, part of this is this help menu up here. It shows our fee structure. So if they have questions about assumptions or whatnot, our fee structure is here. It will have forms. So if they want to look at, there'll be different things loaded in here. This is very limited right now. Right now we just have the IRS or the 1098 in there. Here's a glossary of terms so that they can educate themselves. And our number for hardship questions. Up here is what they call the hamburger menu. I don't know why they call it a hamburger menu, maybe because it looks like a hamburger. So in this, you will see there is messages. This is your messages to communicate with servicing. One thing that's important to know is if you need to message servicing, the loan number does not follow the message. So if you're coming in here and you're already in a certain loan, it won't follow the loan. So we'll say new message. And what is it about? Okay, they have an escrow question. So customer wants to know why payment went up. You have to put the loan number in the body of this. Otherwise, whomever's receiving it on our team will not know what loan you're talking about. You can attach documentation if the member has it, and then you send that. And we can communicate back with you through this as well. And I'll show you where that is, because whoever's your admin will have access to that. Okay, so any more questions on that? Do you all get notified of memos, for example, for when you take action on something? Can we put that in a note? So when we take, who opened that up? I'm blind.
Do you all get notified of memos? So when they need you to take action on something, can we put that in the note?
I wouldn't put that in the memo. Memo is informational only. If you need us to take action on something, I would definitely use messages. That's going to go right into a message queue that's reviewed by supervisor throughout the entire day. So it's important that you communicate that way. We just want notes at loan level if you've talked to them or something like that.
If they update insurance, can we upload the new insurance information?
Yes. So you can use this, again, this new message thing. If they have insurance and they bring in the documentation, just attach that here. You're going to choose escrow. An escrow, let us know that that's the new insurance information and send it to us, and then we can update it accordingly.
Will the member need to re-enroll / create new user credentials with this new system?
Yes, currently the credentials they're using through our online e-status right now will not carry over, so they will have to create new credentials, and they'll get an updated link email to verify their account. Are you guys hearing Tiffany okay saying the questions? I'm saying the answers and you may not hear the questions.
If you send a communication back to us, will it notify us, or do we need to be logged into the system?
Okay, you do need to be logged in the system, and I'm going to go back to the admin page that you can see here. So your admin, who is going to be managing this piece of it, will be able to go in here and see user messages. And this is going to be all the user messages that come into your, which would be our responses. So once they get a response, they're going to want to divvy it out to whomever sent it. And some of that information will be up here so that they can manage that and let you know who sent it and respond to your request.
Are borrowers going to be encouraged by Servion to bring docs or other information to the credit union if they are not near your location? Just curious how they would know we have access to review and preview their file.
Yeah, so that's a good question. And that's what I was saying before. We don't expect you guys to act as servicer. We want this to be a convenience for your members. So if they walk in and they happen to have that documentation, great, send it to us. But we're not going to say, hey, you know what, go to your branch and bring it to them and have them send to us. We have the same function in-house here. So if we're talking to them, we're going to certainly have them send everything directly to us. We only want it just to be a convenience for them if they happen to have a question for you. So however you choose to relay that to your members, that you have access to their accounts, we're going to leave up to you. It's not something we're going to advertise and say, go to your branch. They'll take care of you. If they can't, then call us. That's not what this is for.
And one more came in. Will the message center replace the Ask the Underwriter feature?
This is totally separate. So Ask the Underwriter is production. This is strictly servicing. So it does not replace Ask the Underwriter because that goes over to the production team and not us.
Are you able to provide a list of our members that have open loans?
Absolutely. I assume if you don't have portfolio loans with us and you're asking for a list of ones that have been sold on the secondary market, and you need to know those, yes, we can provide that. Maybe not right away, but give us time, and once we give you that information, or once we have you signed up for this and have all your credentials set up, we can provide you that with that list. Now, members should know if they have a loan with Servion because they make their payments to us. So when they come in, you could simply ask them too, where do you make your payments? If they say Servion, then you can use this system to look it up. Okay, so the next question was, will the SFTP site be going away completely? Where will reports be there? Thank you for bringing that up because I forgot to mention it. So I do want to go in. I'm going back to my my presentation here. So the SFTP site will be replaced, and all reports will be pointed to this site. Maybe not right away because it's not completely built, but we're hoping by month end of September, you will be going in here to also see your reports. Let me get to that part. I'm sorry. Okay, so here, once you're completely set up, you're gonna have this drop-down menu where the hamburger menu was. So we had account search, messages, statements, site admin, and resource center. So your admin that's set up will have access, and maybe you want it to be your accounting area because they're the ones who are probably gonna need access to reports. When they click on this statements, that's where the documents will be. So your reports will be found in here under statements, just like they were in your SFTP folder. I hope that answers that question. Will all current ACH payments stay the same and transfer to the new system? Yes, they will. They do not need to set those up again. All that information is transferred, so it should be uninterrupted, and their payments should draft and post as normal from one system to the other. So again, this is high level of the admin system. I just want to share with you just so you can see what the members will see. So you know that it is almost a direct mirror of what you have access to. So right now I'm going into the member site, I think. Yes. So you can see it looks exactly the same. There's just a little less information. We don't have that top band going across the top with more detailed information as far as investor or whatnot. We still have these same options here for auto pay, manage my wallet. We're considering adding debit cards. Haven't pulled that trigger yet, but that is a possibility of letting them add a debit card. Obviously not a credit card, but a debit. Making payments and viewing histories. They have the ability to set up more than one loan. If they have a couple loans with us or a first and a second, they'll be able to add those loans here so that they can view them, view all of them. And actually they can see them here on the home button too. So here's a list of all the loans I have. I can either pay the loans, or pay to make a payment, continue it to see where I'm at. Here's the profile settings, just exactly what you have. And here there's, excuse me, preferences. So it's almost identical to what you guys see from them or helping them. Here's statements. So if they can view their monthly statements. There'll be escrow analysis on there. We're trying to get as paperless as possible. So we're hoping to have all servicing documentation on here so that they can view whatever they need that was sent at the loan level. We have the message center. This lets them send a message to our servicing staff if they have questions. This does give them their own account number. So the account number does follow their messages. And then has the same type of subject as the admin site did. Here's your glossary and fee structure, just like what you saw. So again, it mirrors the admin site mirrors this so that you're able to see what they're seeing and can help them along. Okay, we have more questions. Oh, I'm trying to get my pointer over to your computer.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. That one's long too. When escrow is reviewed and member is provided notice of the change of payment, will that be available in forms similar to 1098 in your example?
Yep, I think I just asked that. So yes, forms that the escrow analysis, 1098s, monthly mortgage statements, those will all be a part of that. The only thing that we're thinking will not be a part is any kind of collection notices that have to be mailed by paper will not be included on that.
I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but can we view them if they are not in our loan portfolio?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. When we set up your account, there we can set it up to point to investor or entity. So if you have loans that are in an entity, and the entities would be Fannie, Freddie, Ginnie Mae, so they'd be sold on the secondary market, we will point your admin site to that entity so you can view loans.
This one, our online banking provider is Alchemy.
Mhm.
They represent about 55% of all online banking for credit unions. Do you know if CARE has any sort of integration with them?
If I'm not sure on Alchemy. I know there is a single sign-on option that can be available and can be built. I think we can roll that out maybe after the first of the year and start setting up those single sign-ons. Is that something you're interested in? So yeah, catch us after the first of the year when we've got a little time under our belt and we can definitely go that route.
Someone's asking if the recording will be available, so we'll email that
Yep.
out probably.
Yep, recording will be available and we'll send that out.
And then there's one more. Is the amortization feature in the members site?
Yes, right here. There's the mortgage calculator. This is the member site, and yeah, that mortgage calculator is here for them to use as well. So it's pretty cool. I don't know. We're really excited about it. I'm excited that you guys will have the opportunity to assist people who walk through the door that you may not have been able to do before, especially payments at branches. I know you guys want to retain your members. You want to be front facing to them, and you want to help them if they're in your branches. So this is going to give you that opportunity to do so. So I hope you are as excited about it as I am. This is my excited face. Okay, but that's really all I have. We can take some more questions if you want. If you don't have any other questions, we will move forward with rolling this out. Your AEs will be in contact with you, gathering lists of who you want the admins to be, and then we'll get you all signed up for some training and online training. So once we roll this out, you guys are prepared. So just to re-mention, we got a couple.
Can we place a link on our website for the member to access the site?
Yes, absolutely. We can provide you with those URLs. It's also available on Servion site, but absolutely you can have that URL on your site.
Can a member request a payoff online?
Yeah, they have that. Here's the, this is the member site again. There's the same options that you saw are the payoff. Payoff is one of them.
Brittany said, this is awesome. I'm excited too.
Yay, all right, yay, Brittany, okay. Well, very good. Thank you guys again for attending. We will roll this out in chunks, and we will do it as quickly as possible so that everybody has the information. Can we get notification about payoff requests by chance? We do currently have that in our system. We have it set up that I assume you're wanting to have retention of your borrowers if they're looking to refi elsewhere. Usually by the time they're ordering a payoff, it may be too late. I assume that's what you're asking, but yes, we have the ability to flag accounts that are in your portfolio, in your portfolio land. This doesn't pertain to Fannie though, or Ginny or whatnot. So if it's in your portfolio, we can flag that and let you know when a customer orders a payoff. Just shoot me an email and we can get that set up for your particular loans and your credit union. That's it. All right. Well, this was my first one. I hope I did okay. You guys send me a thumbs up if I did. You know, feel free to reach out to me with any questions on this or anything else about the new platform. We're crazy busy right now. We're, like I said, in the home stretch. We'll be, I do want to mention, we will be closed for business. We'll be in the building, but we'll be closed to members next Friday because we will be switching over everything. So any kind of, there will be no activity or no payments applied or anything on Friday to get all the information into the new system. We have put out messages to members saying, you know, we won't be able to make payments online after next Thursday. That's been out to them for a couple weeks now. I'm sure a lot of people won't read it, but I want you to be in the know too if you get questions of why isn't Servion answering their phones on Friday. It's because we will be doing this. So I'll be available by email and by phone. You can call me directly if you want on next Friday because we'll be here. We'll just not be working in the system. I'm gonna ask again for all your patience as we transition, especially on reports. We're doing the best we can. We'll get you the reports as soon as we can and hopefully in the format that works for you. And that's it. I will give you guys 15 minutes back. I appreciate you attending and have a good rest of your day. All right.